Let's unbox all of the 2026 Hot Wheels factory sealed cases so far with almost 800 Hot Wheels. 2026 Hot Wheels A case. I get all of my cases from Grana Toys. If you want to get your own Hot Wheels case sent to you each time a new one comes out, check out granatoys.com. Links in the description box below. The regular treasure hunt for this case is the 87 Buick Regal GNX, and the super treasure hunt for this case is Drift Ender. Hopefully we find one of those in this case. All right, let's go ahead and unbox it. And we'll start right at the top right here and get our first cars out. First one that we see is the Mod Mill, followed by the 2016 or 2015 Land Rover Defender Double Cab. And then we have Pass and Go, and this is a new for 2026, our first new for 2026 casting, and this is made after that Monopoly piece, so really cool, and it looks like bigger than a Monopoly piece, the actual one that you get with Monopoly, but you could totally use this in the Monopoly game. And then we have, because I guess it's 90 years of Monopoly, that's the celebration of it. There's our new for 2026 logo on international cases. For US cases, it's gonna say new for 2026 under the 2026. For the international ones, it just says 2026. So very cool that we got that one. Let's go ahead up to the top right here. And we've got the HW Ultimate T-Rex Transporter, followed by the 83 Chevy Silverado. And then we have the Decidedly Go in a new color variation. And let's see what else we have up here. We've got the 69 Dodge Charger Daytona. That's a cool color. Look at that, like a nice gold on there with the 56 on the side and then Daytona written on the back. Ford Mustang Mach-E 1400 with the what's it, the RR? I can't remember what the RR stands for, but it's that's a new colorway as well. Roger Dodger also in a new nice teal color. That's a really cool color, actually. I like the striping on there as well. Let's go ahead and put those down. What else do we have up top right here? We've got the 2020 Ford Mustang Shelby GT500, the McMurdy Sperling right here. We saw that one previously. Land Rover Defender 90, and by previously I mean we saw it in our previous case. Land Rover Defender 90, there we go. And what else do we have right here? Quick Chat, that's a new color of that. We've got the Track Ripper, also a new color. And then our Ford RS 200, that's the main line to what would be the Super from the 2025 Q case, the last case that we had. And we'll go right up here. We've got the Carbonator right there, followed by Diora 2, that's a new color for that, and the Revenger ST right there. Nice. All right, and what else do we have? We've got Decidedly Go and another one of the Land Rover Defender 90s, followed by the Street Shrieker. And what else do we have? We've got, nice new color of the 59 Chevy Impala. That's a cool casting. I like to see all the color variations that they have. And that's a really nice one. I like all the stripes on there. Another one of the Pass and Goes and a 2018 Bentley Continental GT3. Put those down. And we've got the Solar Reflex, EV Solar Reflex, followed by another one of the Land Rover Defender double cabs, and the RD06 looks to be a new color of that one. What else do we have? We've got the Audi 90 Quattro, and that is 100% an error. Check that one out. All the graphics on the side of it are gone. Wow, that is very cool. That's a really cool error to see. So that's, first case, we got an error. Very nice. I like that. That's cool. We've got the Barbie Dream Camper right there. The return of that casting. We saw that one several years ago. And there's another one of the Ford RS 200s. Put those down. And we've got the Gordon Murray Automotive T33 in yellow. Love that. That is super cool. Another Quick Chat. And also we have the Pontiac Aztec Custom. And that one's in a nice like silver grayish metallic colorway. And what else do we have for the first half? We've got the Roadster, followed by the Mod Mill, and followed by a Drift and Brake. Drift and Brake. All right, nice. All right, let's get to the next half of this case and see what else we have. We're pulling out our first one. Oh, check it out. It's the treasure hunt for the case. Loving it. The 87 Buick Regal GNX treasure hunt. And let's see if we can find that treasure hunt logo on I don't see it on. Oh, I do see it. There it is on the side right near the 87 you can see that TH logo right at the bottom of the 8 right there. So that's really cool. And then we should have the treasure hunt logo on the inside as well. You can see it just behind the car right there. So that is super cool. And check that out. This one is also damaged, but you know what? We're going to be unboxing this one anyways, opening it up. So that's okay. I'm not too worried about that. Honda Moto Compo in a new color. I think we saw that one in the previous case. And we've got, there it is, the Audi 90 Quattro. So check this one out. Okay, so that's the proper one with the graphics on the side. And here is the Air variation that we got. That Air is super cool. Wow, I really, really like that. I don't know if I should keep this or should I pass this on to you guys. Maybe we'll auction this one off on Whatnot. I think that would be super cool to pass it on. I'm not really an Air collector, but that is one of the coolest Airs that I've ever seen. So there's a regular, there's your Air, so we know the difference on those. We'll put those aside. What else do we have up top right here? We've got the Hot Wings, followed by the Batmobile, and another new for 2026 casting. It's the Porsche 911 Carrera T. Loving Porsches. You guys know I love my Porsches, so that is super cool. New for 2026 casting. There it is from the bottom as well. Very nice. I can't wait to open that one up. But there it is, new for 2026. And what else do we have up top right here? McLaren W1, that's the second color variation. We did see that one in the previous case though. Volkswagen T3 Custom and the Polestar TRX. That was the last new for 2025 casting. And what else do we have? We have got... Oh, it's the yellow Ferrari 365 GTB4 Competizione. Loving that new color of it. Instant Boost. That is a new for 2026 casting. There we go. Instant Boost. Very nice. And also Bounce and Base. That also looks like a new for 2026 casting. So we have, I think, a total of 4 new for 2026 castings already in the A case. So very cool case so far. Good, great start to the year. Absolutely loving it. Porsche 911 Carrera Clip Car. Another one of the 83 Chevy Silverados, followed by the Alfa Romeo Giulia TI Super right here. That is really cool. I'll put those aside. And we've got the yellow Ferrari F40 Competizione. We saw this one in our previous case, but I'm absolutely loving that one. That one's going on my wall to collect with my Ferrari collection. Sushi Tuner, followed by another one of the 2018 Bentley Continental GT3s. And what else do we have? We've got, ooh, the Maserati Chamel in a nice new blue color. I like that. It's a nice metallic blue, looking good. Bounce and Base, another one of those. Followed by another Ferrari F40 Competizione. Loving that one, beautiful. All right, and we've got another one of the Hot Wings, another Volkswagen T3 Custom, followed by the Batmobile, again, another one of those. All right, and we've got another Porsche Carrera. There we go, the 911 Carrera T, that's the new for 2026. Another McLaren W1, and another Moto Compo. All right, getting down to it here, guys. Let's see. Ooh, I see some good ones coming up here. We've got the Alfa Romeo Giulia TI Super, followed by a new color of the 2016 Lamborghini Centenario Roadster. That is a beauty. Yellow, blacked out wheels, and we've got, look at that. That's just a gorgeous looking car. And then the Drift Ender. That is the main line to the Super Treasure Hunt. That is not the Super Treasure Hunt, unfortunately, but I do have a Super Treasure Hunt in hand to show you in a second, so stay tuned. And what else do we have at the bottom here? We've got a Honda Civic Type R. Looks to be a new color of that. Another Ferrari 365 GTB4 Competizione, followed by another Instant Boost. And the very bottom of our case, we have got a 2020 Jeep Gladiator right there. That's a new color of that. Another Porsche 911 Carrera Clip and the McMurdy Sperling as well. All right, let's see the Super Treasure Hunt for this case. That is the Drift Ender Super Treasure Hunt, and there is the mainline that we got, so we can put them on top of each other and we can get a little bit of a comparison right here. So you can see the Super Treasure Hunt does have the TH logo just right there on the side with the 45, and then it does have different wheels. You can see those nice wheels, and then you can see the real riders on these as well, so rubber tires on them. But that's the differences on the two right there. So yeah, you might mistake them in store if you're you're going through these, you might mistake the Super and the regular, so be very careful. But you can see that major difference in the wheels, and obviously the big TH logo on the side is a huge difference maker as well. But you can see this one's like a paddy wagon, so it's like a police paddy wagon type of thing. Got the turbos on the front end with the 45. It's pretty cool. Not a bad start for Super Treasure Hunts, but I would say probably will be in the lower end at the end of year rankings because there are some beauties coming up for future cases. The 2026 Hot Wheels B case. The regular treasure hunt for this case is the 92 Dodge Viper RT10, and the Super Treasure Hunt for this case is the Ford Mustang GTD. Hopefully we find one of those in this case. All right, let's go ahead and unbox it. And we'll start right at the top right here, grab our first 3 cars, and our first one we have is the McLaren Formula One team. Very nice. We've got the new McLaren mainline for the F1 cars. Then we have RD06, followed by the Ferrari SF90 Stradale right here. That's a nice new blue color variation of it. I think that's our, probably 3rd or 4th color variation of the Ferrari SF90 Stradale. Really like that in the blue with the blacked out 10-spoke wheels. Looking really good. I look forward to opening that one up. And right at the top right here, we'll grab our next 3. We've got the 47 Chevy Fleetline, followed by the McMurdy Spirling right here. And that's a new color variation. It's our first recolor of that casting that was new from the 2025 model year. Then we have the 2020 Ford Mustang Shelby GT500. And this one looks like it's got some nice striping and some sponsorships and stuff on the side of it. Looking pretty good. I like that. All right, let's see what else we have up here. We've got another Ford Mustang, this time the Mach E 1400. And then it's got some nice graphics and stuff on the side with the mesh wheels. We have the Gordon Murray Automotive T33 in yellow. And we have also a yellow of the 2016 Lamborghini Centenario Roadster. That one's looking at two nice yellow cars. Yellow, my favorite color. Absolutely loving these recolors of those 2 right there. We'll put those aside. We'll grab our next ones. We've got the Maserati Chamel, and that one's in a nice metallic blue colorway. We've got the Carbonator right there, the 2026 New Year car, followed by the 83 Chevy Silverado Black Widow written on there. That is really cool of a livery right there. Look at all the graphics and stuff. All those Silverado lovers will really like that one. That's going to be definitely a collectible one for sure. I like that too. And what else do we have? We've got the High Tail Chaser. That is a new casting for 2026. There's your 2026 International Card logo for our new casting right there. Very, very nice. And then we also did pull out the Optimus Prime. That looks to be a new recolor. I'd have to compare it to the old one to see exactly what changed. To me, it looks like the same color. It might be just a different wheel variation, and that's all. All right, we'll put those ones aside. And I didn't grab this one. Oh, that is also a new for 2026 model right there, and that is the Pagani Zonda Cinque Exotic Cars series, but that is a tuned out variation of it right there. Check that out. These tuned cars, they're actually getting better and better. I'm normally not into like the cartoonish style like the real ones, but it's kind of fun. It's kind of cool how they actually did like a hypercar in the tuned out variation. So we'll put that aside. What else do we have right here? We've got the Pass and Go. That is also new for 2026 model. We did see it in the A case though, so it's not the first time we've seen that one, but that is a pretty cool casting for Monopoly. And we've got the Porsche Taycan Turbo S in white. I like that. That is really good. That's the proper, kind of like the launch color, how they did that one. Although it was, I think it was more of a white wheel with the black trim. I can't remember exactly, but similar. Track Ripper is our next one right there. There you go. And what else do we have? We've got the X-Steam, followed by the Braille Racer in new color. And then we have the Mazda MX-5 Miata, and that is, I think that's that Legends Tour winning car. And then we're getting it now in recolors. So there he is in that white recolor for that one. And what else do we have right here? We'll pull out, we're pulling too many cars out here at the time here. We've got the 70 Dodge Hemi Challenger right there, looking good. It's a nice metallic kind of goldish bronze colorway right there. The 2018 Honda Civic Type R in white, followed by the Barbie Dream Camper right there, obviously in pink. The Barbie Dream Camper. We've seen that one before, but that one's pretty cool. And what else do we have? We've got the What's Up The what's up? Okay, that's what's that. It's not a new casting. Do I remember this one? It must have been several years ago that this one came out, but there it is. What's up? Followed by the RDO6, and we've got the Instant Boost, and the Instant Boost is a new for 2026 casting as well. I think we saw that one in the previous case though, but there it is, Instant Boost. And what else do we have? We've got Roger Dodger, nice teal colorway on that one right there, followed by the 68 Dodge Charger Daytona. And check it out, we've got the treasure hunt for the case. And yes, I love Dodge Vipers, and so I'm super happy that they made this a treasure hunt. Very, very obvious that it's a treasure hunt with that treasure hunt logo written on the side of that door. Viper RT10. This is the new retooled Viper RT10 casting as well, much better than the previous one that they released. And also on the bottom, we should be able to see down below, there is your treasure hunt logo just behind there as well, just to confirm, but very obvious that we can see the treasure hunt logo on that side door. But yeah, really cool. White with the blue stripes, looking really good. Happy to have that one as our treasure hunt for the case. What else do we have right here? Ooh, we've got the new color for the Bugatti Bleed. Check that out. That is super cool. I love the white 10-spoke wheels on that. That is looking really good. Look at all the graphics on the top right there as well. Very cool. Loving that for a recolor. There's another Maserati Chamel, followed by the Drift Box. And that is a new for 2026 casting, as our box is coming apart right here. But yeah, that's a new casting. That looks good. Drift Box, some sort of like hatchback drift car. What's it got written on the side of there as well? Dots HW Drift Shop. And we got some dots on the paint right there. Okay, interesting. Not really my thing, but hey, it is what it is. Put that aside, and we'll grab the last two down here. And you know what? Let's pull out this cardboard piece. It's really wanting us to get to the bottom of this case here, so we'll pull that cardboard piece out. But we got another McMurdy Sperling right there. We've got the Batmobile in a gray recolor, and we have the 2020 Jeep Gladiator in yellow right there. And we'll put those aside, and we're already at the bottom of the case right here. So let's go. Let's just grab our Mustang GTD. That is the regular, not the Super Treasure Hunt, although we still have a chance for a Super Treasure Hunt in this case, so we'll find out. We've got another one of the high tail chasers right there with that big wang on the back right there. And we've got the Diora 2 right there in a new recolor. And let's grab up top, what do we have? We've got another one of the Dodge Charger Daytonas. That is a Porsche 911 Carrera T. That's a new for 2026 casting, although we did see it in the A case, so it's not new to this case, but still cool to get another one of those. And we got the 47 Chevy Fleetline as well. And what else do we have? Pulling out more cars here. We got the 59 Chevy Impala. Nice color on that. Another one of the 2020 Ford Mustang Shelby GT500s. And we've got the Purple Passion. Not in purple though. Is it like a metallic pink? It's like a metallic pink color. Interesting. All right, Purple Passion in the metallic pink. Obviously, they can't release these all in purple since they've already done it in purple as a Super as well. And what else do we have? We've got the HW Kit Concept. And check out the finish on that. Matte black. That is crazy looking in the matte black finish. I like that. And we've got the Drift Ender. That is the regular to what would be a Super Treasure Hunt from the previous case, the A case, but that's just the regular variation of it. And we do have another Drift Box right there. And what else do we have? We've got a Gordon Murray Automotive T33, another one in yellow. We've got a Ford Mustang Mach E 1400, and we've got the Roller Toaster in an interesting new color variation of that. Check that out. That is pretty crazy. And this one you can push the little, what is it? You push this thing down in the back, the little handle thing, and then the toast goes down. So interesting casting, fantasy casting, of course. What else do we have? We've got the Jeep Gladiator in yellow again. We've got another Instant Boost, and we've got another one of the Batmobiles. Throw those aside, and then we'll grab the 70 Dodge Hemi Challenger. There's another one of those. We've got another 2018 Honda Civic Type R, and we've got a recolor of the 5-alarm fire truck right here. So there is a nice new recolor of that one. If you collect these ones, there's several different recolors of them. Throw it aside. What else do we have right here? We've got the Bounce in Base. That is a new for 2026 casting, but we did see that one in the A case, so it's not new to the B case, but there we have it. We've got another one of the Porsche Taycan Turbo S's in that white, and another Pagani Zonda Cinque in the tuned out variation. That is a new casting. And what else do we have? We've got Hollerback right here as well, followed by the 59 Chevy Impala. And what is this? This is the Ragin Express, and I love looking at the Ragin Expresses and all the liveries and paints that they do on the side. This one, we've got that waving cat. That was a Hot Wheels casting as well, that they made into a Hot Wheels casting. But that is definitely a wild looking casting, and then obviously they do it with that crazy livery on the side. And what else do we have? We've got 24/7, which to me looks like the Mazda RX-7, the FD, and this is before I think they got the license for it, but they still come out with the 24/7, even though they do have the FD RX-7 license now. We've got a Drift Ender right there. There's your main line, and look at that, another Ferrari SF90 Stradale in the crazy metallic blue color. Love it. Liking to have extras of those because I do collect them carded and loose, so that is cool. We've got a Batmobile, another one of those ones. I think that's a third Batmobile in this case. We've got a Monster High Gowlmobile right there. Gowlmobile. That's from the Netflix series. There's their Monster High right there, Netflix series. And we've got the Cupra E-Racer in a new color variation as well. Nice graphics on the side of that one. And our last three cars of the case. What do we have right here? We have Solar Reflex, followed by the 2018 Lamborghini Centenario Roadster, and another one of the Chevy Silverados right there with the Black Widow on the side. And here's your main line to the Super Treasure Hunt for the case, the Ford Mustang GTD. I did not get the Super in this case, but we do have a Super Treasure Hunt of it loose to show you, so we can have a look at it. So if you do find one of these on the shelf, this is exactly what it will look like. There it is, nice kind of Spectra Flame blue with the gold wheels, looking really good. There's your wheel routers on there as well in the tread, and we'll go ahead and compare it side by side so you can see. So definitely you should have no problems telling the difference between those two. Super Treasure Hunt on the top, main line on the bottom. So if you do see the Ford Mustang GTD, make sure you have a second look and grab that Super Treasure Hunt if you can. But let me know in the comment section down below which is your favorite car from this case. The 2026 Hot Wheels C case. The regular treasure hunt for this case is the Electro Silhouette, and the Super Treasure Hunt for this case is the Ferrari F40 Competizione. Hopefully we find one of those in this case. All right, let's go ahead and unbox it. And we'll start right at the top right here, grab our first cars out. Looks like we've got a couple of bent cards in the case. Sometimes that does happen, it's pretty normal. We got the Mazda RX-7 as our first one. Looks like a new recolor of that one. Then we have the 2017 Audi RS6 Avant in yellow. Wow, I really like that. You guys know yellow's my favorite color, so obviously all these yellow recolors look good, but that's a really nice striking yellow colorway. I like that. We got the Donut Drifter next as well. I'll put those aside. We'll grab our next three up at the top right here. We've got the What's Up. We've seen that one in our previous case. We got the Electro Silhouette, and that looks to be the treasure hunt for the case. It is. You can see the treasure hunt logo just right behind there. And if we look on the car itself, yep, there's the treasure hunt logo just right out the front right there. So we do have the treasure hunt, so that's pretty cool to find the treasure hunt in the case. Put that aside. We also did get the 67 Camaro. Wow, that's a nice gold color, metallic gold on the 67 Camaro. Very nice indeed. Grab our next three. We got the McMurdy Sperling right there. We saw that one in a previous case. We got a new Ferrari recolor. It is the Ferrari 365 GTB4 Competizione, and that one is in white with the blue on the front and the red on the back right there. Or is it? Yeah, there it is. Pretty cool. I like it. I like it. Gold wheels too. There's the blue on the front and the white base on the bottom of that one. So nice new recolor for a Ferrari. Desert Drifter is our next one as well. Looks like a new color of that as well. And we'll put those aside. We've got the Bugatti Bolide. That was my favorite car from the B case, and we've got it carried over to the C case as well. We got the Lucid Air, and that is, yeah, kind of an ugly color, to be honest. Not really my thing. Don't really like the color. Car's all right, but color not so much. Cupra E-Racer. Looks to be a new one of that one as well. We've got the 70 Dodge Hemi Challenger right there, followed by the Mazda MX-6 Miata and the Braille Racer Twin Mill as well. All right, very nice. Put those aside. We've got the X-Steam, followed by the Volvo Drift Wagon in blue, and it looks to be a new color of the Mercedes Unimog 1300L. It's kind of cool. Kind of like that recolor of it. And what does it say on the side? It says Expedition Scout. All right, it is what it is. Next up, we got the Kit concept car right there, followed by the Hightail Chaser, and I think we saw that one in our previous case. Yeah, I think we did. Followed by the Porsche Taycan Turbo S in white. I love that look in white. Looking really, really good. All right, put those aside. And we've got the 69 Chevelle, and that's an X-Racers Series one right there. Followed by the Optimus Prime from Transformers. And we've got the Pagani Zonda Cinque right there, and that's the tuned out variation that was new to the B case, but it carried over to the C case. I'll put that aside. And we've got the 47 Fleet Line, followed by the Ferrari SF90 Stradale in blue. That is also a carryover from the B case right there. But hey, let's have another good look at that. That's a beauty. Really, really nice looking blue. Very close to being my favorite car from the previous case, but the Bugatti Bolide beat it out just. But we got the Quick Chat right there as well. And what else do we have down here? We've got the Decidedly Go in a new color, McMurdy Sperling again, and we've got the 70 Chevy Chevette, and that is a new VP Racing variation. Kind of a nice teal colorway on that with the white wheels. It's not too bad. I like that. What else do we have down here? We've got the 83 Chevy Silverado Black Widow. This is one that people were just going crazy for trying to find, but now it's pretty easy to find, so no big deal on that one. But still, a recolor of a Silverado is always good. Datsun 240Z, and ooh, that is a good recolor on that one. The Porsche 911 Turbo Cabriolet. I said when this casting first came out, I think it was earlier this year. Or last year. No, I think it was last year. But I did not like the first color release of it. But this one in whites, the black stripe in the front, looks really good. And I love that whale tail on there as well. So beautiful recolor. Finally a nice one for that one. I like it. All right. And the bottom of the first half of our case, we have the 5 Alarm. And we have the Ford Mustang GTD, followed by the Dark Knight Batmobile right there. All right. Next half of the case right here, I'll throw the cardboard aside, grab our first ones up the top. We've got the Holler Back, and we've got another one of the Chevy Silverados right there, followed by the Lotus Cortina. That was new casting last year, and it is recolored, and that is quite the recolor on that. It's a matte finish recolor on there. I think it is a matte finish recolor on that one. Kind of cool, kind of interesting. Not a bad recolor. Put those aside, grab our next ones up top right here. We've got Mazda MX-5 Miata in white, Cupra E-Racer again, and the Monster High Galmobile. We saw, I think, all of those in our previous case. Grab right up top. We've got the 24/7, which is essentially a Mazda RX-7, but when it was unlicensed, but now they have a licensed variation of it. New for 2026, this is a new casting right here, the Austin Mini Cooper S. That is really cool. And every time I see one of these, if you ever watch the show, I think of Mr. Bean. So surely they have to release one of these in a yellow to kind of throw back to Mr. Bean. I think that's a really nice, like, retooled casting. I think we've seen Mini Coopers before, like we definitely have, but that one definitely looks more realistic. So cool new. I don't know if it's a retool of a previous casting or if it's just a brand new Austin Mini Cooper S, but we have seen Cooper before. Another Ferrari SF90 Stradale. No complaints there. Loving the Ferraris. And up the top, we've got Hollerback again, followed by the Quick Chat. Another one of those. And we've got the Ragin Express right there on that one. Very nice. Ragin Express. Very cool. Put that aside. Grab our next ones here. 70 Dodge Hemi Challenger, followed by the Burrell Racer Twin Mill again, and another one of the 5 Alarms. Okay. What else do we have? Oh, check that out. That's a great, another amazing recolor of the McLaren W1. I love that blue. That blue is fantastic. And now I'd love to see this blue on that Porsche 911, right? That would be super cool to see. We also pulled out these two right here, which was the Pagani Zonda Cinque, again, the tuned out variation, and another one, the Porsche Taycan Turbo S's. Put those aside. We've got the Dark Knight Batmobile, followed by the La Libre, and that is a new for 2026 casting as well, right there. La Libre. I have no idea if it's a licensed casting or if it's just a fantasy car. I have no idea what this one's about. So if you know anything about this car, you can tell me. I am not educated on that one at all. I also did pull out a Corvette Grand Sport. It's not a split window, just a regular one. And we'll put those aside. And what else do we have? We've got the Roller Toaster right there. Very nice. Followed by the Monster High Galmobile again. And a What's Up. All right. And we have Drift Box, followed by the X-Steam and the HW Kit Concept car right there. Getting down to the bottom right here, we've got another one of the La Libres, and Purple Passion, and another Bugatti Bolide. I love that. Love that. All right, next we do have the Ford Mustang GTD, and look at this! We have the Super Treasure Hunt for the case. The Ferrari F40 Competizione Super Treasure Hunt. Very, very cool. That is awesome, and it's definitely the Super. We can see it right at the bottom right there. You can see that Super Treasure Hunt logo, the real riders on there. But yeah, that is awesome. Yes, so happy we got the Super for that one. I was definitely on the hunt for this one. I was going to buy one of them. We got it now. Super happy we got the Super Treasure Hunt for the case. All right, we got the Ford Mustang GTD as well. And we've got the Chevy Fleetline. Did I already show you that? Wow, I'm so excited getting the Super. All right, next, the last ones that we have. Austin Mini Cooper S, the 24/7, and the Hightail Chaser. Comment down below your favorite car from this case.
The 2026 Hot Wheels D case. The regular treasure hunt for this case is Hot Wings, and the super treasure hunt for this case is the 64 Impala. Hopefully we find one of those in this case. All right, let's go ahead and unbox it.
All right, let's start up right at the top right here for the first cars from this case. And first up, we have the Donut Drifter, followed by the 67 Camaro. This one in a nice gold color, looking good. We have the Hoto Roto right there with the 8-ball livery on it right there. All right, Porsche in white. I love this casting. The Porsche 911 Turbo Cabriolet, this time with black and the white, and then the black striping on there. Looking great. Love this. Can't wait to see this in more different colors as well. But for now, the white's one of the nice ones. All right, we've got next El Segundo Coupe in white, followed by the Cruise Bruiser right there. Looks to be some new colors of those ones. And up the top right here, we'll grab actually 3 here. We've got the VW ID Buzz Bomb right there. I'm not too sure the significance of why it's called Buzz Bomb. It says Buzz Bomb. It's an ID Buzz. That's just a different color and a different livery, but there it is, Buzz Bomb. 76 Chevy Chevette, and we've got the Voltage Spike. Voltage Spike, that's not a new one. I'm trying to remember when I saw this one last, but doesn't seem to be a new casting for 2026. The VW ID Buzz Bomb, they do call it a new casting, so it's not the actual ID Buzz, it's a different one. So interesting. We'll have to compare it with an ID Buzz in a future video. All right, next up we've got Birthday Burner right there. It looks to be a new color of that one. Corvette Grand Sport, and we have the Ferrari F40 Competizione in black. And actually, I've been waiting to get my hands on another carded one of these as I opened my last one up in my previous case. So that's my only carded one that I have now, which will be in a future Ferrari video. You'll see that soon. All right, we'll put that aside. Next, we've got the Dark Knight Batmobile, followed by the Mazda RX-7 with a bunny on the side of it. And we've got the Decidedly Go 8-ball car right there. Looks to be a new color. What else do we have? We've got the Lotus Cortina, we've got the 69 Chevelle, and we've got the Supercharged NHRA edition of that Supercharged. Very nice. And we have the Twin Dorado, looks to be a new color variation of that. Another one of these supercharged, and another one of these 67 Camaros right there. What else? We've got the Lucid Air, looks to be a new colorway of that one as well, followed by the Coupe Clip in a new color. That's looking good. Coupe Clip's a cool car. Keychain, if you didn't know, it's got the little keychain thing on the, where is it? It should be on the back of it, right? Why am I not? Oh yeah, it is. There it is. So you can see right through there. It doesn't actually stick out, but there's a hole, so you can put it as a keychain. Next, we've got the Rapid Pulse right there as well. Paramedic. Rapid Pulse. There we go. All right. We've got Mini Cooper S. That is a new for 2026 casting, but we did see it in the previous case. The La Libre. That one is a Legends Tour, new for 2026 casting as well. And we've got, look at this, Passon Gasser right there in a new yellow color for that one. Interesting wheels on the back as well. Cool. Not bad. Not bad. All right. What else do we have? El Segundo Coupe, followed by the Datsun 240Z and a Donut Drifter. Another one of those. What else do we have? Hato Roto. We've got the Ferrari 365 GTB4 Competizione, and there should be another Ferrari in this case as well. This is just a carryover from the previous case, though. Dark Knight Batmobile as well. Another one of those. And decidedly go again. We've got the Cadillac ATS VR. Ooh, interesting color on that one right there. I like it. Kind of cool. We got the Lucid Air as well. Another one of those. And next half of the case. Let's get there. There we go. Get through there. And let's see what we can see in here. We'll start right at the top. There's the Datsun 240Z and a new for 2026 casting. And it is the Toyota Prius Custom. Yeah, I'm not a big Prius fan, but you know what? The new Prius design, I actually think it looks pretty good. I hate to admit that. And then they did this one as a customized one. So yeah, it's not bad. I wouldn't say it's great either, but there it is, Prius Custom. Polestar TRX, interesting color variation of yellow and black. Kind of like that one. Looks pretty cool. Very different from the kind of the moonwalking colorway that they started off with. We'll put those aside. We'll grab up top right here. We've got the Hako Type D. We saw that one about a year or two ago. Now we're getting some new colors of that. 2017 Audi RS6 Avant. And we got another Ferrari F40 Competizione in black. Loving to see another one of those. Hopefully we get another one in this case too. We'll have to see. Hot Wings. That is the treasure hunt of the case, I believe it is. Yep, we can see the treasure hunt logo on the back of the card right there. Underneath, you can see the treasure hunt logo. And let's see if we see the treasure hunt logo on here as well. Struggling to see it. It might be... Oh, there it is. It's right on the top right there. Now I see it. I'm just blind. There we go. Treasure hunt. Awesome. Nice to see the treasure hunt for the case. There's another one of the Ferrari 365 GTB4 Competiciones. Again, we should still see another Ferrari in this case. Volvo 240 Drift Wagon right there. There we go. And... Nissan Skyline 2000 GTR. That's a nice new color variation of that one. Looks pretty good. I like that. It's kind of cool. Buzz Bomb again. Lotus Cortina again. Another one of those. What else do we have? There it is. There is our other Ferrari, the new for 2026. The Ferrari 12 Cylindry is what they say. The Dieci Cylindry is the official wording or name for it as well. But very nice new Ferrari casting. This is the Ferrari casting when it came out, or when Ferrari announced this car. I kind of didn't like it, but it's really starting to grow on me. I actually understand it better. I appreciate it more. And the side profile, it's definitely cool. Definitely sporty. So yeah, pretty cool. You'll see that one in an upcoming Ferrari video as well. So stay tuned for that. And then right after it, I did pull out also the 64 Impala, but that is not the Super Treasure Hunt. That is just the main line. You can see it's got the plastic wheel tire combination on there. And then we also had the Acceleron right there. And that is a new for 2026 casting as well. Kind of an interesting looking casting, I have to say. What do you guys think of that one? It's kind of a hypercar, supercar-ish fantasy casting. Kind of looks kind of cool. All right, I dig it. That was a good pull of 3 cars right there. All right, next up we've got the McLaren W1 in blue. I love that colorway of this one. Very, very nice. Followed by the Mercedes-Benz Unimog 1300L and another one of the Austin Mini Cooper S right there, which we did see before. 69 Chevelle. The tune variation, another Volvo Drift Wagon, and another one of the Mazda RX-7s. So all ones we've seen before. And we've got the Quick Chat. That's a new color variation, which I believe we saw in the previous case, though. Another one of the Porsche 911 Turbo Cabriolets. And another Dark Knight Batmobile. We should have some more in here. There's another 12 cylindry right there. Beautiful. Oh, yes, I love it. I love it, love it, love it. 96 Porsche Carrera. That's a new color variation of that one right there. Nice metallic on there with the Carrera written on the side. Looking good. And the Desert Drifter right there. Looks to be a new color variation of that one. Put those aside. We've got another of the Toyota Prius Custom. We've got the Lamborghini Huracan Coupe Liberty Walk Edition with the 63 on the side. That is looking fantastic. Great looking casting, great looking color variation with the 63 Lamborghini number right there. Renault a Space F1 in a new blue colored variation. That's looking good too. I like that. Looks good in the blue. Put those aside. And we've got, ooh, check it out. The Visa Cash App Red Bull Formula One, a new color variation of a Formula One mainline. Very nice. I'm loving collecting these Formula One cars from Hot Wheels. We do also have another one of the Accelerons right there, and another of the 2023 Nissan Z. Very cool. And the last three cars of the case, looks to be an interesting one here too as well. Check that out. The 85 Honda CRX in yellow. It's a nice new color variation of that one right there. Look at the Honda on the top as well. Kind of a cool looking car. We've got the Feline Lucky. Check out the color of Feline Lucky on that. And then we followed that with another Heiko Type D. Very cool. Nice case. I like it. 3 Ferraris in this case. No super, but definitely worth it. But let's have a look at the super treasure hunt from this case. All right, here is our main line again of the 64 Impala. There is the regular variation and the super treasure hunt variation of the 64 Impala. So you can see that Spectra Flame blue, very cool looking. I really, really like this casting as a super treasure hunt. Very throwback to the lowrider era. And we've got that one right here, perfectly made into a lowrider style. Bottom base, it is in chrome. You can see the real riders on there as well. And let's do a little bit of comparison. This one you might struggle to find it in stores because it's similar, unless you really know what you're looking for right there. Definitely different color. This one has, the mainline is more of a green tinge, whereas the Super Treasure Hunts, it's more of a blue tint on it. You can see the TH logo on the back right there. So you can confirm that that one is a Super Treasure Hunt, whereas the mainline one you can see doesn't have that. But yeah, that's your comparison so you can tell, but definitely a good case. We're unboxing the 2026 Hot Wheels E-Case. The regular treasure hunt for this case is Cone Shaker, and the super treasure hunt for this case is the 87 Ford Sierra Cosworth. Hopefully we find one of those in this case. All right, let's go ahead and unbox it. And we'll start right at the top right here. We'll grab our first 3 cars out and look at that. Our first one that we have is the Ferrari 12 Cylindry, a very nice one to start it off. And then we have the Key Swap, followed by the Polestar TRX. Not too bad to start it off right here. Love that Ferrari, of course. Grab our next 3 out right here. We've got the Time Shifter, followed by the Heiko Type D. And we have the 68 Dodge Dart. Looks to be a new color variation of that one. We'll put those aside and grab our next ones. We've got the Egg Shell Racer, and that is a new for 2026 casting. And check that out. It's an egg on top. Looks like an egg in like a pan of some sort. Very interesting new casting right here. Obviously a fantasy casting. We'll put that aside. And then we also pulled out the VW Buzz Bomb, and we pulled out the Mazda RX-3 in a new gray metallic color variation. Very nice. What else do we have? We have the Cruise Bruiser, followed by, looks to be another new for 2026 casting, I should say. And that one is the custom 2020 Honda E right there. You can see the full name right there on there, but that is new for 2026 in a nice yellow
right there. And this is, I believe, a Honda electric vehicle. I don't think we get this one in North America, but interesting to say the least on that one right there. We also did pull out the Erkenstein rod in a new color variation. And what else do we have? Twin Dorado in a white with some graphics on the side. The Supercharged with the 75th NHRA logoing on the side. That is pretty cool. And we do have a Feline Lucky in that new color variation. I think we saw that one in the previous case though. What else do we have up top right here? We've got Coupe Clip in a new color variation, and the Maserati Tipo 61, and that is also a new for 2026 casting right there. Very interesting old Maserati race car right there. There it is from the front. You can see in the top, you can see right into it. Yeah, kind of interesting, kind of cool. I like it. That is pretty cool. Even though the tires and wheels on here are definitely interesting looking. I don't know if I've ever seen those wheels or that type of center capping on a wheel before, but that's pretty cool. For that Maserati, we also did pull out the 70 Chevelle SS. There it is right there. And what else do we have? Cadillac ATS VR in a new orange colored variation. That is like a tangerine orange. We have the El Segundo Coupe in white, and we have the Voltage Spike right there. Voltage Spike. I don't remember seeing that one before, but it is not new. All right, we'll put those aside. We'll grab our next ones right here. We have the Pedal Driver, followed by the Polestar TRX in that new yellow, and the Acceleron right there as well. And what else do we have? Ooh, look at that. 2019 Audi R8 Spider in black. That is looking good. Very gloss, metallic black color variation. We have the Hato Roto, and we have the 84 Dodge 330. And that is interesting. Oh no, 64. I was gonna say 84. No, that looks like an older one, but it's definitely a 64 on there. My bad on there. But yeah, 64 Dodge 330, some sort of old muscle car right there for you. All right. And oh, check it out. That, I believe, is the treasure hunt for the case, the cone shaker right there. And we'll have a look. Yeah, on the back, we can see the treasure hunt logo. And let's look on the car itself. I think that's a treasure hunt logo just on the cone. Yeah, it is right there. So we have the treasure hunt logo right there. So we did get the treasure hunt for the case. Still a chance for the super in here as well. We will see. Long block with some Go With Moon graphics on the side. That's interesting. Another 68 Dodge Dart as well. And birthday burner right here. Birthday burner, a new color. We got the LB Works Lamborghini Huracan Coupe. That is super cool. I really like that one. I believe we saw that one in the previous case though, but awesome to get another one of those. Heiko Type D as well. And we'll grab the last three of the first half of our case right here. We've got the Cruise Bruiser. We've got the 64 Impala. That's the mainline to the Super from the previous case. And we have another one of the Lawn Blocks right there with the Go With Moon graphics on the side. And going down to the next half of our case right here. And we'll grab from the top. And we'll see our first three. We've got a Pedal Driver, another one of those. We've got the Passon Gasser right there with the Gassers logoing on the side right there as well. And another Hato Roto. And up at the top right here, we've got the Nissan Skyline 2000 GTR. That's a nice new interesting color variation of it. We also do have a new color of the 2017 Pagani Huayra Roadster. That is a very metallic green. Look at that. Very interesting color variation of that one. Another one of these 64 Impalas, mainline to the Super from the previous case. And we've got the 70 Chevelle SS wagon. There's another one of those. We've got the Mazda RX-3 tuned out variation. And we have the 87 Ford Sierra Cosworth. That looks to be the main line to the Super Treasure Hunt, although there's still a chance to get the Super in the case, but that is the main line to what would be the Super Treasure Hunt as well. Put that aside. And we've got another one of those as well. There we go. So we got two of the main lines to the Super. El Segundo Coupe and a, ooh, check it out, Formula One car, the Visa Cash App Racing right there. That is nice. I love all these Formula One liveries that they're releasing on them. Hopefully we'll see some more. We'll see maybe a Ferrari as well. You know. We've got the Maserati Tipo 61.
the passing gasser, and rapid pulse in a new color variation as well. And what else do we have? We've got the Renault Escape F1, a Space F1. That is a cool one. I do like the new color variation that we've seen. The yellow original release with black, and now we're getting some cool colors. And check it out. This one I've been waiting for as well. Yes, it's not a new casting, but it's really cool to see it. The Homer Simpson car right here. So it's the Simpsons family car, it is called. I love it. I think it's really nice right here to see. And of course, we got Homer Simpson right there on the artwork. That is really neat. That's a collectible one. We got the custom 2020 Honda E right there. Another one of those. And what else do we got? Another Mazda RX-3. We've got the Toyota Prius Custom right here. And I saw somebody online take one of these apart, and in the back there's a little kitty cat within it, which is kind of an interesting like Easter egg to this. So if you have one of these and want to take it apart, there's a cat on the inside of the molding of the plastic. So that's pretty cool. VW ID Buzz Bomb, another one of those ones right there. And what else do we have? We've got, ooh, that is really nice. That is clean. 87 Mazda RX-7, the Savannah right there. I like that color variation. That is super, super clean right there. Looking good. The 2016 Cadillac ATS VR. And we've got the Porsche Carrera right here. That is an interesting color. It's like a metallic brown. I don't know what to call this one. Not my favorite color variation. I do like the casting though, but definitely an odd looking color variation for that one. I'll let you guys determine the exact color and if you like it or not, but yeah, I've already said my piece right there. There we go. Renault A Space F1 again. There's another one of those eggshell racers, new casting, and another one of these supercharged with the 75th NHRA on there. And Coupe Clip, another one of those. We've got the 2018 Audi R8 Spider, another one of those, and the Nissan Skyline 2000 GTR. Nice graphics on that. Kind of an interesting color variation for it as well, but there is that one. And we've got Honda CRX. That is looking good right there. I like that color variation. There's a Corvette C7Z06, and is that like a light pink? Hard to tell. Yeah, it is. I guess it's a light pink color variation. Look at the graphics on the side of that one too. Kind of an interesting color choice. Wouldn't really be my first color choice, but interesting to say the least. Acceleron right there as well. The bottom three cars of our case, and we have the Twin Dorado. We've got the 96 Porsche Carrera again, and we have the, what is this right here? That is a new for 2026 66 Toronado right there. There's your new for 2026 logo, and that is an interesting muscle car as well. But let's have a look at the Super for the case. And here's our main line again, the 87 Ford Sierra Cosworth. And I do have the Super Treasure Hunt for it loose right here, so you guys can have a little comparison and see the differences. So there you go. Definitely a color difference on the 87 Ford Sierra Cosworth. This is like it's kind of like a metallic magenta, like a pinkish colorway, but you can see the TH logoing just right there on the rear right there, so you know it's for sure a Super Treasure Hunt. And then we do have the slicked Real Riders on there as well, and then obviously that Spectra Flame paint is very different from the mainline itself. We'll go ahead and have a look at that mainline again so you guys can see it right there, but there they are side by side. We're unboxing the 2026 Hot Wheels F case. The regular treasure hunt for this case is the 2016 Ford GT Race, and the super treasure hunt for this case is the Honda Civic Custom. Hopefully we'll find one of those in this case. All right, let's go ahead and unbox it. And we'll start right at the top right here for the first cars that we have in the case. And the first one we have is the 95 Honda City Turbo 2. This is a black recolor with a red interior. Then we have the Solar Reflex, followed by Roger Dodger in black with the white and red. That's pretty actually nice. Good recolor on that one right there. And then right at the top right here, looks like we've got a new model. So this one is the Custom Honda E right here. I believe we saw this one in the last case, but it is a 2026 new model right there, and that one's in yellow. Then we had the 8 Crate right here in a pink colorway, and then we have the 2020 Ford Mustang Shelby GT500 with some flames on the side of it. Very nice. Then we have, ooh, that is very nice, the Mazda Savannah RX-7 FC3S right there. Nice color on that, like the black wheels with the gold lip on there. The 2019 Audi R8 Spider in black, and then we have the Pedal Driver right there. There we go. And our next 3, we've got the long block with the Moon Eyes edition of that one. We have the 64 Dodge 330 with Hot Wheels on the side of it. And then we have the Morgan Super 3. That's a recolor of those. And up at the top, we have a new color for the Bat Boat right here. This time we've got it in black, the 1966 Bat Boat right there. Very cool. And we have the Honda Civic Type R. Check out the color on that. That's a nice, like, kind of a British racing green almost with the gold wheels on there. And then we have the Scream Liner. It's been a long time since we've seen that one right there, but there is the Scream Liner. Check that out. Check out the gold on that one. Look at that from the bottom right there as well. All right, put those aside, and then we've got the 87 Ford Sierra Cosworth. That is the mainline to what would be the Super Treasure Hunt from the previous case. We have the 2020 Dodge Charger Hellcat. That's a nice color on that. I like that gray. It's kind of a glossy gray. Looks like a Nardo style gray. We have the Custom 68 Tornado, and that is, I believe, a new casting. And then we saw that one in our previous case, though, but that is a new for 2026 car. And oh, it's the treasure hunt for the case, the 2016 Ford GT Race Treasure Hunt. There, right there, you can see that treasure hunt logo just right there on the side. And if we look underneath, there is the treasure hunt logo down below on the card as well. So that one for sure is the treasure hunt for the case. So very cool that we got that one. Love the color of that. Love the wheels on there. Very nice for a treasure hunt this year. And right after that, we did have the Maserati Tipo 61. That is a new for 2026 casting. And we have the Mazda RX-3 tuned out variation. This card has some crazy damage on it though inside of the case. That's interesting to see. And what else do we have? We've got Flippin' Fast, followed by the 70 Chevelle SS wagon, and then we have the Diora right here, a tuned out variation. This is the Diora tuned right there, and that is the look of it for the Diora tuned, new for 2026. Very interesting car. And we've got the 64 Dodge 330 right there, followed by another one of the custom 2020 Honda E's, and then we have the Erkenstein rod in a new color variation right there. And what else do we have? We've got the 98 Honda Prelude in black with the red interior. That's a nice color variation of that. 68 Dodge Dart right there, Hot Wheels written on the side of it. And then we have the Eggshell Racer, a new color variation of that one. And on the bottom row here, we have 68 Dodge Dart again. We've got the Ver Strike. That is a new for 2026 casting right there. Ver Strike. That is a fantasy casting. Kind of looks like a Corvair, maybe. Yeah, I mean, it's Ver Strike, so maybe it is supposed to be a Corvair, but like a kind of crazy variation of it. Another 2020 Ford Mustang Shelby GT500 as well. And then the bottom 3 cars, we have the custom Chevy Love with the Summit Edition. We have the Time Shifter, Hot Wheels, big logoing on the side of that. And then we have the Key Swap right there, a new color variation of Key Swap. And now to our next half of the case right here. We'll go up to the top and we'll pull out our first 3. We've got the Bone Shaker right there, followed by the Corvette C7 Z06 with the big 7 on the side. And then we have the Bounce and Bass. Check out the new color variation of Bounce and Bass. That is pretty crazy right there. And up at the top right here, we'll pull our next 3 down. We've got the Simpsons family car with the Homer Simpson on there. I love this casting, so cool. And then we have another one of the Maserati Tipo 61s and a RD06 new color variation. And up at the top, we've got Long Block, another one of those, the Moon Eyes one, another Honda City Turbo 2, and another 2019 Audi R8 Spider in black. And we've got another one of the Their Strikes. We've got the Gordon Murray Automotive T33 in a new color variation. That is a very metallic green color. That is pretty cool. British Racing Green metallic. And then we got the Bulletproof as well, just under that one. Another color of the Bulletproof. And we've got Mazda RX-3, new color variation, another one of the Gordon Murrays, and a La Troca. Check that one out. Nice color on that one. Seeing a lot of green in this case here. That's pretty cool. All right, I like that. And we've got the Pagani. Well, there is the Pagani. I looked at the Pagani, but let's not forget about that Mazda RX-7 right there. But another green that is, yeah, that is green, metallic green right there. And then we have the Lamborghini Centenario Roadster right there. Very cool new color variation of that one. So yeah, very colorful right there for that grab. I like that. And we've got another one of the Simpsons family cars. We've got the Diora tuned. And we have a 2024 Aston Martin Vantage GT3 right there. That is a new for 2026 casting as well. Check that one out. There's your new for 2026 logoing. Check out the detail on that for the front end and everything. Very cool. Look, some of these cards in this case went through the ringer here, but you know what? We still got the cars inside. That's all good. What else do we have? We've got new color variation of the Barbie Dream Camper. We have the Instant Boost. Looks like a new color of that. And we have the Diora 2 right there. And you know what? Let's grab the Diora tuned with the Diora 2 so we can get a little comparison. So the tuned one on the bottom and your regular one on the top right there. That is an interesting comparison. I'm glad we got another Diora so we can compare it in this case, but that's the tuned out one and your regular one right there. So there you go. All right, what else do we have? Another one of the Aston Martins right there. We have the Instant Boost again and another key swap. All right, like those. And we've got the Mod Mill, followed by another one of those Pagani Huayra Roadsters, and a pedal driver right there. And we have the Ford Sierra Cosworth, that is the mainline to the Super, and we have the Honda Civic Custom mainline. Not the Super Treasure Hunt, unfortunately, but more on that later. We've got the 70 Chevelle SS wagon as well. And our bottom three cars, we have another Mazda RX-3 right there. We've got the Ferrari F1 car. Oh, yes. How I've been waiting for this one right here. We also do have a Corvette Z06, but let's have a look at the Ferrari F1 car. There is the card art and all that for it. And a closer look at that F1 Ferrari. That is very, very cool. I do like that one indeed. And then I did say more on the Super Treasure Hunt. That's your mainline Honda Civic Custom right there. And I do have the Super Treasure Hunt, so we can look at the Super Treasure Hunt here. So that is what it looks like right here loose. There it is. And then it's got the nice, look at those rear riders, those thick ones on the front end right there for like drag radials, and then the smaller ones on the rear right there. And all the rivets on the windows in the front right there. Looks really cool. There's our Super on the top, mainline on the bottom. Hopefully I don't drop this one here. Let's try and put that right there so you guys can see them there. But that is your differences for the mainline and the Super Treasure Hunt for the Civic. Super and mainline, so make sure you don't miss those ones out in store. And quick recap on the new for 2026 models that were in the F case right here. So our first one we have is the Their Strike right there. Then we did have the 2024 Aston Martin Vantage GT3, nice metallic colorway on that. And we have the Diora tuned right there. So very nice that we got those three right there as our new models. And then our treasure hunt for the case was the 2016 Ford GT Race right there. And then our super treasure hunt for the case is that Honda Civic Custom. We're unboxing the 2026 Hot Wheels G case. The regular treasure hunt for this case is 2Jet Z, and the super treasure hunt for this case is Custom Auto. Hopefully we find one of those in this case. All right, let's go ahead and unbox it. And we'll start right at the top right here, grab our first three cars out. The first one we have is the 2016 Lamborghini Centenario Roadster. Beautiful colorway of that one, followed by the Scream Liner. And then we have the Morgan Super 3. I think we actually saw most of those ones in our previous case. Let's see what else we have right here. We've got
the Ford F-150 Lightning Super Truck. That is really cool, and that is a new for 2026 model. So there we go, our first new model of this case. Very interesting looking. There it is from the front end. Big wing on the back. Interesting one to see. And then we've got two cars, which this one would be a super treasure hunt from the previous case or the case before. And that one is the Dodge Charger Hellcat. I like the color on that one, very nice. And up at the top right here, we've got, oh, look at that, two Dioras. One is our regular variation, and one's our tuned out variation of the Diora 2. Very interesting to see those side by side, back to back. Then we have Flippin' Fast right there. Looks to be a new color variation of Flippin' Fast. And then we've got three cars right here. We've got the custom 72 Chevy Love pickup with the Summit Racing on there. And then we have the Fiat Beast of Turin. And that is also a new for 2026 model, new to this case right here. That looks like a big vehicle, like a lot of metal on there. That's gonna be an interesting one to open up. And then we also did get the 2024 Aston Martin Vantage GT3. That is also a new for 2026 model, but not new to this case. We saw it in our previous case. And then up top, we've got the Bone Shaker right there. Very nice colorway of that one. Followed by the Formula One Ferrari, the Scuderia Ferrari HP. We saw that one also in our previous case, but a nice another one to get. And then we have the 59 Chevy Impala. And we'll put those aside. And we'll grab the mid-mill right there, followed by the Barbie Dream Camper, and an interesting color variation for the Barbie Dream Camper. And then we have the 2020 Ford Mustang Shelby GT500. We did see that one previously as well. And we've got Instant Boost, followed by Quick Chat. That is like almost an all-white variation, which is a little bit of color on the front right there of the Quick Chat. So that's an interesting new color. Then we have the Bounce and Bass. That's a new for 2026 we saw earlier in the year, but that's our first recolor of Bounce and Bass. And then we have the RD06 right there, RD06, followed by the 2018 Honda Civic Type R in a nice green colorway. And then we have the classic TV series Batmobile in a tuned out variation of that. And then we've got Solar Reflex, followed by X Steam, and another one of the Ford F-150 Lightning Super Trucks right there. And down here we've got the Diora Tuned, another one of those. We've got the Roger Dodger 2.0 and another RD06. Then we have the 33 Ford Loy Boy right there. And that's not a new one, but I can't remember when we saw that one previously, but there we go. Interesting color on that one right there. Then we have the Gordon Murray Automotive T33 right there, and followed by the La Troca. Lots of cool color variations of La Troca. And the bottom of our first half of the case, we have the 41 Willys right there with El Segundo Scorcher written on the side. And then we have the custom 72 Chevy Love again, and the 99 Honda Prelude in black with the red interior. A nice color variation of that one I do like. Let's get to the bottom half of the case. We'll pull our box a little bit forward here, and we'll grab our first three. We've got another one of the La Trocas. We've got a new color variation of the Mazda AutoZam, and we have a tuned Purple Passion right there. That is very cool. I like that. That is a new for 2026 model, as you can see, but the tuned Purple Passion, that is so cool. That's actually probably got to be one of my favorite tuned out cars. I just think this model just suits a tuned variation. Very cool. Like that indeed. Very nice. Ooh, exciting. All right, what else do we have up here? We've got the Gordon Murray Automotive T33, and we have the Custom Auto Non-Super Treasure Hunt. That is the mainline variation of the Super Treasure Hunt. We still have a chance for the Super in here, and I also do have one to show you. We do have the 2016 Lamborghini Centenario Roadster, so we'll put those aside, and then we'll grab up top. We've got Instant Boost, the Dino 206 GT. And this is also a new for 2026 model right here. Beautiful. And they don't specify this as the Ferrari 206 GT because it was never officially named a Ferrari, even though it technically is. It is from the Ferrari series though, too. But yeah, really, really cool. We get another Ferrari to the Hot Wheels collection right here. And we did get two Jet Z treasure hunts. This is the treasure hunt. You can see the treasure hunt logo on there. So pulled that right after our Dino 206. It's very cool to get the treasure hunt for the case right there. And it looks like we've got some like paint chipping or something inside of there. It doesn't matter to me though. I'm gonna be opening this one up. And yeah, it's kind of weird how we got some, even on the back of the card right there, it's almost like we got a bug or something. Is there like a bug inside the card? I don't think I've ever seen that before. That is interesting. Very weird. I don't know what it is. It does definitely look like a bug or something on there. I'm not sure. You guys tell me in the comments. What do you guys think that is on the back right there? Because the paint chipping is on the top. It's almost like a little fly or something. If you look on the back of the card, nothing shows through. It's not a hole or anything like that. Definitely something there. I don't know. You guys tell me. We'll put it aside for the time being. What else do we have up here? Another classic TV series Batmobile. We've got the Honda Civic Custom again, and another one of the 2024 Aston Martin Vantage GT3s. We got the Morgan Super 3, the Ver Strike, and that is a new for 2026 model we saw previously. El Segundo Rally is the next one right there. And what else do we have? We have a new Supra, the 2020 Toyota GR Supra, another F1 Ferrari, and we have the 2020 Mustang Shelby GT500s. And what else do we got? We've got the classic 55 Nomad, followed by a Porsche 911 Carrera T, new color variation. I like that one. That is a new for 2026 model, but it is a recolor because we did see this model previous in the year, but that is a fantastic recolor. The black with the gold wheels and the red trim on there, very nice. Also, similar colorway, almost similar, the 70 Dodge Hemi Challenger. But yeah, two cool new color variations right there. And we've got Bulletproof and the 2020 Charger Hellcat again. And I also didn't get that one right there. We got the Civic, the 2018 Honda Civic Type R. And what else do we have? We have another Bounce and Base. We have a new color variation of the Ford Mustang Mach-E 1400. That is pretty nice color variation on there. I like the graphics on the side. And we also get the High Tail Chaser, new for 2026 model, but that is a recolor of that one. We saw it previously. And we've got the BMW 635 CSI. That was a new model last year, and now we're getting some more recolors of it. Another Ferrari, we shouldn't say Ferrari, Dino 206 GT. And we have the classic TV series Batmobile again. And we've got the 8 crates. We've got the standard cart, a Mario Kart. We've seen so many Mario Kart standard carts, and I can never tell what the difference is. They obviously changed something different on each of the new variations that come out. Maybe it's the wheels or some sort of color on it, but looks the same as all the previous ones. We have another of the 98 Honda Prelude. And our last 3 cars of the case, we've got that Fiat Beast of Turin, again, new for 2026 model. New color of the Pagani Zonda Cinque. That is a really cool orange colored variation of the tuned out Pagani Cinque. And we have the Honda Odyssey. Quick recap of this case. Our new models, we got 4 of them. So our first one was the Ford F-150 Lightning Super Truck. And then we have the Dino 206 GT Ferrari. And we did get the Fiat Beast of Turin right there. Fiat Beast of Turin. And we also did get the tuned purple Passion. So 4 new models from this case, and there are your nice 4 new models. Our treasure hunt for the case is the 2 Jet Z, and if you look
at that closely on the top right there, you can see there's some paint chips to Jet Z. Look on the bottom of the card, you can confirm that it is a treasure hunt. You can see the treasure hunt logo down there. But this one has something interesting on the back of the blister. It kind of looks like a fly is within the blister on the back of the card right there. It's really hard to tell. It's definitely something in there. I've never seen that before. So you guys tell me what you think that is. Is it a fly on the back? Is it paint? Is it something? What is it on the back of the card of the 2 Jet Z? We also got the main line to the Super Treasure Hunt of the Custom Auto. You can see that one right there, the Custom Auto. But I do have the Super Treasure Hunt. So you can see what the Super Treasure Hunt looks like. And there is our Super Treasure Hunt. Very nice paintwork on the Super Treasure Hunt. And this one has something very interesting. It has non-real riders on it. It is just plastic wheel tire combination with the red line on there. It's a throwback to the old red line Hot Wheels, but this is one of 2 Super Treasure Hunts to ever come without real riders. The very first one was the DeLorean in hover mode, which didn't have real riders on it because of the hover mode of it. But yeah, interesting that we have the plastic wheel tire combination on there, and it's a really cool paintwork on here. Obviously, I don't think this is going to be the most popular Super Treasure Hunts of the year. I don't think a lot of people are going to really be going crazy over this one, but nonetheless, they did a good job at it. There is your Super on the top, main line on the bottom of this one. Comment down below your favorite car from this case, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye-bye. What's up, Peak Timers? Today we're unboxing the 2026 Hot Wheels H case. The regular treasure hunt for this case is Total Disposal, and the Super treasure hunt for this case is the Lotus Sport Elise. Hopefully we find one of those in this case. All right, let's go ahead and unbox it. And we'll start right at the top right here, grab our first 3 cars out. And the first one that we have is the Mach Speeder, followed by the 70 Dodge Hemi Challenger. And look at that, we've got the Dino 206 GT. It's a Ferrari, and we saw that one in the previous case, but I'm happy to finally get another one to add to my collection. We'll put those down and we'll grab the next cars that we have right up top right here. We've got the 65 Mercury Comet Cyclone. That's an interesting color, and it says Comet Cyclone on the side. I love that raised up axle on the front end. Looks really cool. We have the Mazda AutoZam, and we have, ew, wow, look at that. Not you, but I'm just shocked on how cool that looks. Look at the color of this 64 Lincoln Continental. That is pretty crazy to see. I'm just shocked by it right there, but that's really cool. I like that one. Didn't expect to see that. We'll grab this one right here, which is the BMW 635 CSI, followed by the Custom Auto. That's the main line to the Super Treasure Hunt from the previous case. And then we also have the X-Steam right there. And we'll grab more cars up here. We have the Ford Mustang Mach-E 1400, followed by the tuned Volkswagen Golf MK1, and a nice white on white with the red trim on the bottom right there. And check it out, it is Total Disposal, and that is the treasure hunt for the case. Very clearly you can see that treasure hunt logo just right there beside the Hot Wheels Demolition. And then if we look on the bottom on the inside, you can see the treasure hunt logo is on the back right there. So we for sure have a treasure hunt. So that's cool that we did get the treasure hunt for the case. Still a chance for the Super. Hopefully we'll find that in this case as well. Let's go ahead and see our next ones here. We've got the 2020 Toyota GR Supra. Nice color. We saw this one in the previous case. I really like this car though. It looks really good. We have the Purple Passion right here, looking fantastic right there. Purple Passion, great looking car. And we have the Roller Toaster in a new color variation of that one. And let's go up the top right here. We've got, ooh, that is a new for 2026 model right there. That is the Cadillac Celestiq. Celestiq? I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. That is a very cool, kind of like the Rolls-Royce version for a Cadillac. That's kind of their thing. I believe this is an electric car in real life, and it's very expensive. But yeah, pretty cool for a new model for the case right there. We did get also the Porsche 911 Carrera T. This is also a new 2026 model, but this is a recolor, and we saw this one in a previous case, and hey, not complaining that we got it carried over. Absolutely love it. And then we also got the 59 Chevy Impala right there, white with some cool graphics on the side. And we've got The Honda Odyssey right there. We saw that one also in the previous case, but cool to see that. Track Ripper is back in a new color variation. One of my favorite fantasy castings, really cool looking. And we have the classic TV series Batmobile. And what else do we have? We've got the Super Twin Mill right there, white with the, looks like the silver faster than ever, chrome faster than ever is in the back. We've got the Tuned Purple Passion and the Fiat Beast of Turin, both new for 2026 castings, but we did see these ones in the previous case. And we've got the 41 Willies right there with El Segundo Scorcher written on the side, followed by the Gone Mad right there. It's been a while since we've seen that one, but the Gone Mad is back. And look at that, it's another Dino 206 GT Ferrari. Loving that. And Austin Mini Cooper S. This looks to be our first recolor of this one. It is a new for 2026 model. We saw it previously though. Same with the Hightail Chaser as well. We saw that one previously, and that is also a new recolor. And then we have the X-Steam. And we'll go down. We've got the Audi RS6 Avant. Look at the color on that. That is a very interesting color. It's kind of like a champagne color. I actually really do like that. That is really cool. And look at that. We've got another one of them at the bottom right there. And then in the middle, we have the El Segundo Rally. So there is those three that we just pulled out right there. And at the bottom, I see another Ferrari. Check it out, the Ferrari SF90 Stradale right there. That is a new color variation, and a lot of people were confused when this first came out, and there was leaks of it that it was going to be a Target Red Edition car. It is not. This is just the regular black with red interior SF90 Stradale. Not regular, but it is just a mainline. It's not a Target Red Edition car, but still happy to have it in the lineup. I love to see all the new Ferrari color variations. We also did get the 59 Chevy Impala, followed by a Mailed It, and this is the Hot Wheels Racing Team Mailed It. That's a really cool color variation. I do like that one indeed. All right, let's put those down, and let's go straight to the bottom right here. And let's see what else we got up top. We'll pull some more cars down. There's another one of those Cadillac Celistics. And then we got the Datsun 620. It looks to be a new color variation. Followed by the Ragin Express. That is a crazy casting and a crazy new color variation of it. Check out the cat on the back of it right there, the waving cat. Also Hot Wheels casting. Let's grab our next ones up top. We've got the Pagani Zonda Cinque. That is the tuned up variation. I saw this one before, but very cool to see that one in new colors. There's another one of the Mustang Mach-E 1400s and another 70 Dodge Hemi Challenger right there. And we'll grab up top Mercedes-Benz CLA-HW, the Hot Wheels Racing Team. That is a new for 2026 casting, new for this case right there. So nice to see, although to me, it doesn't look very Mercedes-like. I mean, it's kind of weird. It kind of looks like a Hot Wheels art car. It's from the HW Euro set, but to see a Mercedes-Benz CLA, definitely not what I was expecting to see, but okay. Another one of the Paganis Zonda Cinque tunes, and then we also got the Ford F-150 Lightning Super Truck. That is a new for 2025 casting. We did see in the previous case, though, so it's not new to this case. And up top, we've got the classic TV series Batmobile, followed by the standard cart, and we have the 69 Chevelle from the X-Racers, so you can see right through it. So that's kind of neat to see. And up top, there's another one of those Toyota GR Supras, followed by the classic 55 Nomad, and we have the La Libre, and that's the first recolor we've seen for this new for 2026 casting. We saw it previously in black, and now we've got it in white. So we have complete opposites for that. I like the wheels on that. I think they suit the car very nicely. And that is also, if you didn't know, the Hot Wheels Legends Tour winning car. So very nice to see that. And what else do we have? We've got another one of those Mercedes-Benz CLA HWs. The twin tags right here. That is a new for 2026 casting right there. Twin tags removed before flight. I think this is very interesting. Look at the cutout on the back of it as well. So you can use this as a tag for your carry-on, kind of a keychain. So you cut out that back right there, stick it in underneath there. It's going to be interesting when we open this one up right here, and we'll have to put it all together, but that is definitely not what I was expecting to see. Twin tags. Interesting, new for 2026 casting right there. And then also we did just right after that have the 41 Willies. So we'll put those aside and we'll grab some more. We've got the standard cart again. We have another one of the Porsche 911 Carrera T's, and we have the Monster High Galmobile right there. And looks like we've got a new color of the Volkswagen ID Buzz Bomb. There it is, the ID Buzz Bomb, followed by the 70 Ford Escort 1600 right there. Interesting color variation of that. And then we have the Quick Chat. And getting down here, we've got El Segundo Rally, followed by the Honda Odyssey, and we've got the Kick Sober Formula One car. That's looks to be a new, I don't know if it's a new color variation of it or if we've seen this one before. Looks to be kind of new. So that's kind of interesting. It looks darker down at the bottom and the darker back wheel, so maybe it is a different color variation of that. So always good to see those new colored Formula One cars. Grab some more cars out right here. We've got the Hightail Chaser, followed by the La Libre again, and another one of the classic TV series Batmobiles. We'll put those aside. We've got the Custom Auto, that's the mainline to the Super, and we also do have the mainline to the Super for the Lotus Sport Elise, and it is really in there in the package, kind of stuck. Oh, that's kind of weird. I can't get it down. Oh, it's like wedged right through. It's like driven through the blister back here. We can kind of push it. Oh, this blister is really coming apart. So this somehow got damaged in the box right there. But anyways, it is only the main line, so good thing it wasn't the supercharger on that we found that was damaged like that. That one to be nice. We also did get the Desert Drifter in there just right after that. So we'll put those ones aside. And the last three cars for our case is the What's Up, followed by the Quick Chat, and the head gasket. And a quick recap on this case, these are the three new models, the twin tags, the Mercedes-Benz CLA HW, and the Cadillac Celestiq right there. So those are your three new models. Then also we will mention this one as a great new recolor, the Ferrari SF90 Stradale in the black with red interior, looking fantastic. And then also we do have our treasure hunt, our regular treasure hunt for the case, which is Total Disposal right there. And then the main line for the super treasure hunt for the case. And I actually do have the super treasure hunt in hand, so I can show you. That is what the super treasure hunt looks like. So a very, very nice Spectra Flame orange for the Lotus Sport Elise. And then also we do have the nice slicked reel riders on there. And the super treasure hunt logo is just right there on the back. And so you can get that comparison. You can see obviously this blister and card is kind of messed up, but we will put them one on top of the other. You're definitely not going to be missing out on the Super and the mainline in store. You can definitely tell these apart. So if you see that really nice Spectra Flame orange Lotus Sport Elise, that's your Super. What's up, Peak Timers? Today we're unboxing the 2026 Hot Wheels J case. The regular treasure hunt for this case is Amaru GTC, and the super treasure hunt for this case is the Subaru Impreza WRX. Hopefully we find one of these in this case. All right, let's go ahead and unbox it. And we'll start right at the top right here and grab our first three cars. And our first one we have is the Datsun 620 truck, followed by the 98 Mitsubishi Starion. And that is a new for 2026 casting, brand new to this case. We have not seen before, so there is a nice close-up look at it. The wheels are actually kind of nice on there. They suit the car pretty nicely, although I'm not really familiar with this car in real life. It's 1988 Mitsubishi Starion, but yeah, interesting looking car. I don't know much about it, but there you go. Tuned Volkswagen Golf MK1 is the next one that we had pulled out in the case. We'll put those aside and we'll grab, we got the Mach Speeder right here, followed by the Mountain Hauler, and we have the 65 Mercury Comet Cyclone. I love that raised up look, and the Comet Cyclone writing on the side of it looks pretty cool. And next we have the La Libre, and that's the white color variation. 69 Chevelle right there, the X-Racers. And we have an 82 Toyota Supra, and that's a new color variation of that one. Looking good in like a metallic gray colorway on there. Grab our next ones here. We've got the twin tags right there, where you can use that as your bag tag for your luggage. We've got the PT Fast. That is also a new for 2026 casting right there. And I believe that's just a PT Cruiser that is all modded out to look like a totally customized like racing car called the PT Fast. So that's definitely interesting. It's kind of got the Viper colors on there, the blue with the white stripes on there. Although, yeah, kind of cool. Even the wheels are kind of like the early 90s Viper wheels style right there. But yeah, PT Fast, there you go, new for 2026. We also did pull out another one of the tuned Volkswagen Golf MK1s. And we've got the Mad Drip right there, and that is also another new for 2026 casting right there. So Mad Drip, that is some interesting colors on that one from this Sweet Ride. So not sure exactly what it's supposed to be. If you know what it is, let me know in the comment section down below. That's tough to say what it is. I don't know what that's what. Is it like a popsicle? I think it might be a popsicle. Hard to say. That could be the popsicle stick in the back and then the color on the front right there. But there you go. Sweet Rides, the Mad Drip. All right. We also did pull out the 2011 Corvette Grand Sport right there. Looking good. And then we have a VW ID Buzz Bomb in a new color variation. And we got next is the Super Twin Mill right there. Super Twin Mill in white. We have a Track Ripper. Track Ripper is one of my favorite Hot Wheels fantasy castings. Absolutely love it. I think it looks cool. Then we have the Chop in Block. That is also a new for 2026 casting. Quite a few new for 2026 castings so far in this case. Chop in Block right there. And it looks like a old 32 Ford, but it's got some interesting plastic kind of 3D print look body to it. That's going to be fun to open up. We'll have to see when we do open these ones up in a future video. And next we've got Gone Mad, followed by another one of the 88 Mitsubishi Stereon. And we have a Huller back right there in a new colored variation. And we've got the Austin Mini Cooper S, followed by the Jaguar XJC V12 Coupe in a new color of that one. Very birdish racing green on that one. Very nice. And we have the 70 Ford Escort RS 1600 as well. And we've got the 2017 Audi RS6 Avant in that very metallic kind of light gold colorway on there. 83 Porsche 928S. I like that color on that one, looking good. And we have a new Roller Toaster color variation as well right there. Roller Toaster. And I see another Ferrari. We've got the Ferrari SF90 Stradale in the black with red. Not new to this case, we've seen it before, but always good to have extras of those. And we did get the Pass and Go in a new color variation as well. It's got the M on the back, like is that like the Monopoly M? Oh, or the Mario M? I don't know, it's interesting looking, but it's obviously it's from the Monopoly game Pass and Go. That's a new color variation. 70 Buick GSX as well, and that's a nice looking color of that one. And to the bottom right here, we've got 69 Chevelle from the X-Racers, another one, and 82 Supra again, and another 69 Chevelle from the X-Racers. In the last three of the first half of this case, we've got the Datsun 620 right there, another Roller Toaster, and we have the Purple Passion. Purple Passion looking good in that color variation for the Purple Passion. I always like this casting, it's really cool. So there it is, Purple Passion. We'll go down to the second half of the case right here, and we will grab from the top. And we've got Super Twin Mill again, another 69 Chevelle X-Racers. I don't know, that's like 4 or 5 of those in this case so far. Another 2017 Audi RS6 Avant, that's okay. And what else do we have? We've got, ooh, look at this new color of the Duck and Roll right there. Look at that with the sunglasses. It's almost got like a Jeep front end from the HW Dirt series. So it's got the dirt tires on there, but that's a cool color variation of that. Batmobile, that's a new color of the Batmobile right there. And we have the Mercedes-Benz CLA HW. That was a new for 2026 casting, but from the previous case, not new to the J case right here. I'll put those aside. we've got the 94 Audi Avant RS2. That's a new color variation of that. Got quite a few dust on some of these ones right here, but that's okay. But yeah, that's a nice color on that. I like that. Kick Sober F1 team right there. There's another one of those. And check out the 70 Dodge Charger doing a wheelie like from Fast and Furious. That is, I wouldn't say it's an error. It's just like the way it was packed. I don't want to knock it down because I think it looks really cool standing like that. So I think I'm going to keep that one and display it. That is really cool to see that one right there. I don't think it's meant to do that. It's meant to be sitting down. So I'm going to be very careful with that so that it doesn't fall down. And I'm going to display it just like that because that's really nice. All right, we'll put that to the side. We'll grab our next ones here. We've got the Cadillac Celistic. That is a new for 2026 casting, but not new to this case. Another one of the Datsun 620s and a Ragin Express. That's got the coolest color variation on this one. Look at all the gold around the bottom right there and the waving cat on the back of it. That's pretty neat. And what else do we have up top right here? We've got the 64 Lincoln Continental, followed by the Monster High Galmobile, and another Ferrari SF90 Stradale right there. Loving that. Can't get enough of those Ferraris right there. Like that one. And we'll grab up to the top right here. We've got the Twin Tags, followed by the 70 Escort RS 1600, and another one of the Mad Drips right there as well. And we'll grab the next ones. We've got the 68 Shelby GT500. We've got the Batmobile and another one of those 1983 Porsche 928S's right there in a nice black color variation. And what else do we have right here? We've got 5 Alarm in a new color variation. That's pretty cool with the blue on the top, all the color on around that one. We've seen lots of different color variations of 5 Alarm. We've got the PT Fast, another one of those ones right there, followed by the 63 Chevy 2 right there, 63 Chevy 2, and that's in like a light blue colored variation of it. It's a pretty interesting color for that one right there. And next we've got the La Libre, followed by the Chop and Block, another one of those, and the 55 Chevy. And what does that say on the side? Chevy Fever, 55 Chevy Fever, it says on the side. That's kind of cool how it says that on the side of it right there. All right, and we'll grab down right here. We've got Mach Speeder, followed by the Kick Sober F1 team, and we've got the Lotus Sport Elise, and that is the mainline to what would be the supercharged hunt from the previous case, not from this case. This is just a carryover to this case. This one always gets stuck up there as well. There it is. I pushed it down, so my last one was really stuck up there. Put that aside, and we'll grab these ones right here. We've got the head gasket, followed by another Batmobile, and there is another one of those Lotus Sport Elise also stuck up there. There we go. We got it down. Even dented the blister pack right there when it gets stuck with that wing. That's kind of interesting. They could have done a better blister pack on this one so that it didn't keep getting stuck or breaking it right there, but that's okay. Put it down, and we've got our last 3 cars of the case. We've got the Desert Drifter right there, and the Subaru Impreza WRX, but the mainline variation, not the super treasure hunt right there. But you know what? I have to say, this mainline variation looks really good as well. I do like that. I do have the super treasure hunt variation I will show you in a second, but we'll show you the last car that came out was the What's Up. So unless I missed it, I don't think I did, but we didn't get the regular treasure hunt in this case, the Amaru GTC either. All right, going back to the Subaru Impreza WRX right there, there's your mainline variation, and there is the super treasure hunt variation of it. So you can see that Spectra Flame Blue. You can see the TH logoing right there on the front hood scoop right there, and then the wheels that are different. But I love the livery on this. One of my favorite super treasure hunts of this year. Even the spoiler is so cool how they have that. But let's go ahead and put this one right on top right there so you can see them both. So if you're looking in store and you're hunting, you can see what both of them look like. So the super treasure hunt on the top and the mainline right there on the bottom. But yeah, 2 really nice looking mainline and supers right there. I love this one. Also, quick recap of the new models that we got from this case. We got the Mad Drip, PT Fast, the Chop and Block, as well as the 88 Mitsubishi Stereon. Today, we're unboxing a 2026 Hot Wheels Zamac case. And just like every Hot Wheels case, we do have a chance for a super treasure hunt in this case, so we'll see if we have one of those. First up, we have the Classic 55 Nomad, followed by the Cadillac Celestiq, and we have the 41 Willys right there. And we'll grab our next three. And ooh, I'm dropping one right here. We've got the Quick Chat, followed by the Monster High Galmobile. If you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. We're trying to get to 1 million and I want you to be part of it. And it's our first Zamac of the case, and it is the 1985 Honda CRX. And this is a 2026 Zamac number, is that a 5? Yeah, number 5 right there. And there we have it right there. That's a really nice Zamac, actually. I love the CRX. I think it's actually a really cool car. I like them better than Civics, to be honest with you. They're pretty cool, pretty classic from back in the day. We'll put that aside. We'll grab our next one. We've got the Desert Drifter, followed by a 55 Chevy Impala, and the Super Twin Mill right there. And next up, we've got the Ragin Express, followed by the Melded, and a Ford Mustang Mach-E 1400s. And we've got, oh, look at that. It's another Zamac right here. That is the 1985 Honda CRX again, just another one of those. So we got 2 of those so far, so that's pretty cool. We did also get the Custom Auto. That's a mainline to what would be a Super Treasure Hunt. I can't remember which is the exact Super Treasure Hunt for this case, so that might not be from this particular one. El Segundo Rally is our next one right there. And we've got Purple Passion, followed by the classic TV series Batmobile, and we have the Roller Toaster right there. All right. Next up, we've got another Quick Chat, the What's Up, and we have another Custom Auto. And we've got the Ford F-150 Lightning Super Truck, followed by the Honda Odyssey. Cool colorway on that. And check it out. It's another Zamac right here. And it is a Fiat Beast of Turin. Very interesting new casting. That is a new for 2026 casting, as you can see. It is also Zamac number 6, I believe it is. There it is, 2026 Zamac number 6. And that is your Beast of Turin Fiat right there. Look at the gold on there too. That's pretty cool. So pretty cool for a Zamac edition car right there. There you go. And next we've got the Hightail Chaser right there, followed by Standard Cart and the 70 Hemi Challenger right there. All right. And we've got the 2020 Toyota GR Supra. I like that color variation of that. Really shows off nicely. Mach Speeder. And we have another one of the Fiat Beast of Turin right there for a Zamac car. So that's pretty cool that we got 2 of the Zamacs each now. There should be some other ones in here. We've got the twin tags right there. Very cool. You can make that your tag when you're going on traveling and stuff like that. Track Ripper. And check it out, the BMW 635 CSI in white. All right. And we've got the classic TV series Batmobile again. We've got the 1985 Honda CRX Zamac again. So that's our 3rd one of the CRX in this case. And we've got the 41 Willys right there. And next we have the second half of the case. We'll just pull that out and we'll grab cars from the top right here. We've got another one of the classic TV series Batmobiles, followed by, ooh, check it out, it's a Ferrari. We've got the Dino 206 GT Ferrari, and we've got a Kick Sober F1 Team Formula 1 car. Love that. Love the Formula 1 series. That's pretty cool. And we'll grab again from the top right here. We've got a Datsun 620, followed by the tuned Volkswagen Golf MK1 with room on the side. And check it out, it is the Lotus Sport Elise. That is a mainline to what would be a Super Treasure Hunt. And it was a little bit stuck up there, but we got it down now. But that's just the mainline variation. Again, I can't remember the exact mainline to this Zamac case, but it's either the Custom Auto or the Lotus Sport Elise, because those are the 2 mainlines that we got. But we still have a chance for a Super in here somewhere. We've got the 1970 Ford Escort RS 1600 right there. Interesting color variation of that. Followed by the Mazda AutoZam right there. A new color variation of that. And we have the tuned Purple Passion. That's a new for 2026 casting right there. Very cool to see that one. what else do we have up top right here? We've got the 65 Mercury Comet Cyclone, followed by the Mercedes-Benz CLA-HW. That's a new for 2026 casting right there. I don't really like it, to be honest. I don't know. It's not really my thing for that one. This one I do like, though. The 64 Lincoln Continental. I think that's a cool looking casting right there. And that's a nice new color variation of that. Up top, we've got the Pagani Zonda Cinque right there in the tuned up variation. Volkswagen Audi Buzz Bomb. And, oh, that's pretty cool. This is the 1983 Porsche 928S right there. That's a new color variation of that one right there. That's pretty cool. I like that. The black with some like red writing on the side that says Sport. Pretty neat. I like that. That's cool. And, oh, I'm dropping cars like crazy here, but that's okay. We've got the Porsche 911 Carrera T in the black, 69 Chevelle, and the La Libre in whites. And we have the X-Steam, followed by the Austin Mini Cooper S right there, and another standard cart. And, ooh, I see another Ferrari here. We've got the Cadillac Celestiq right there, and we have the Ferrari SF90 Stradale in black. Love that one. Love that color variation of that. X-Steam as well is our next one right there. And I can't remember which is the treasure hunt. I might have already passed the treasure hunt for this case. This looks like it's probably an H case, if I had to guess. 2017 Audi RS6 Avant. The Fiat Beast of Turin, that's the regular variation, not the Zamac variation. So let's grab the Zamac variation. I put it down somewhere over here. Here it is. So there we go. Now we can get the comparison. So we get the Zamac and the regular variation of it. So Zamac's kind of a unfinished painted variation, and then we have the nice red one right there. So that's pretty cool that we got both of those ones in the same case. And what else do we have? We've got, oh, well, I could have just grabbed the next car. We would have got another one. There it is. There's another Fiat Beast of Turin Zamac, another Hightail Chaser, and another one of those Mercedes-Benz CLA-HW, which I don't like. Another one of the Ferrari Dino 206 GTs, the Pagani Zonda Cinque, and check it out. It's another Zamac Fiat Beast of Turin. Yeah, just really, really cool casting, actually. I don't mind that one. We've got our last three. We got another Zamac here. Porsche 911 Carrera T is not a Zamac, but this one is. It's another one of the 85 Honda CRX in a Zamac. And we have the Gone Mad. Comment down below your favorite Zamac from this case. There's the two Zamacs right there in the center. But comment down below your favorite car from this case. Thank you for watching this video. Please hit that subscribe button and check out this video right here. YouTube thinks you're gonna like it. Hot Wheels Target exclusive case for a chance of 3 exclusive Target release Hot Wheels, as well as a treasure hunt and maybe a super treasure hunt. Let's go ahead and unbox it. And we'll start right at the top right here. Grab our first ones out, and first one we have is the Braille Racer Twin Mill, followed by the Hightail Chaser, which is a new for 2026 casting, and then we have the Porsche Taycan Turbo S right there to start it off. Next we've got Mazda MX-5 Miata right there in the nice white colored variation, followed by the Maserati Chamel, also in that white colored variation, and that one is our first Target Red Edition exclusive car. There we have it. Maserati Chamel. You can see it says Red Edition on the side of it, just to confirm. And there it is in that nice exclusive white on white. I like that one. That one's pretty cool. We also did pull out the Cupra E-Racer right after that one. We'll grab right at the top right here. We've got the 24/7, which is kind of a Mazda RX-7, the FD. We've got a Ferrari SF90 Stradale right there, and we have the Xpera Motors Roller Toaster. All right, and what else do we have up here? There's another Target Red Edition car, and this one is the 2020 Jeep Gladiator in the Target Red Edition. BF Goodrich written on the side of it. We saw this one as a super treasure hunt last year. Now we have it as a Target Red Edition. Pretty cool. And then we have the 47 Chevy Fleetline and another Target Red Edition right here. The Ford Mustang Mach-E 1400 right there in the Target Red livery right there. Loving that. Looking very, very good. Nice one. Nice one. All right. So far, a good case. We've got the What's Up, followed by X-Steam, and we have the Ragin Express. All right. Next, we've got 5 Alarm in a new color variation, the Holler Back, and the Monster High Gowlmobile. All right. We've got Hollerback again, we've got the Hightail Chaser, and we have another one of the Braille Racer Twin Mills. And what else do we have? We've got the Drift Box, and that is a new for 2026 casting. Very nice. And we've got the so popular 83 Chevy Silverado. People are going crazy for this one. This is the Black Widow edition, followed by another Target Red edition of the Maserati Chamel white on white. Liking that one right there. We've got, check it out, 2 more Target Red editions back to back, the Ford Mustang Mach-E 1400 and the 2020 Jeep Gladiator, followed by a new for 2026 casting. It is the Austin Mini Cooper S, not the Aston, the Austin then and now series for that one right there. Reminds me of the Mr. Bean car. And what else do we have? We've got Ford Mustang GTD, that is the mainline to a Super Treasure Hunt from the 2026 Hot Wheels B case, but this one I believe is supposed to be after a C case. We've got the 24/7 and the Corvette Grand Sport, and we should have some more good cars coming up. The Braille Racer Twin Mill, followed by the X-Steam and the Holler Back right there. And our bottom 3 of the first half of this case, we've got a very popular one as well, the Optimus Prime right there, followed by the HW Kit concept car, really cool looking concept kit car, and then we have the What's Up again. Phil here from PeaktimeRacing. I'll make this really quick and short so I don't waste your time. I really just want to thank you guys for all the comments and feedback that I've been receiving recently on all of my videos. It really helps inspire me and create the type of videos that you guys want, so I really do appreciate all the feedback. So if you have a comment, leave it on this video right here. I promise I will read it. I read 100% of the comments myself, and I reply to as many as I can, so it really helps me with all your comments and feedback. I really do appreciate that. Also, I'm trying to hit 1 million subscribers, so if you want to help me hit the 1 million, hit that subscribe button. Back to the video. And next half of the case right here, we will see what we have up top. We'll pull it on out. We've got the McLaren W1 in blue. I absolutely love the blue on the W1. I think it looks fantastic. Very, very cool. We've got the Electro Silhouette, followed by the 70 Hemi Challenger right there. Really nice metallic paint on that Hemi Challenger right there. I like. And we'll pull out 3 from the top right here. We've got the Lucid Air, followed by the Purple Passion. Very cool color on the Purple Passion. Another Maserati Chamel Target Red Edition right there. We've got a lot of Target Red Editions in this. We'll add them up at the end here. Let's see what else we have. We have the Mazda RX-7, followed by the Dark Knight Batmobile, and another Target Red Edition Mustang Mach-E. Liking that one. Still a chance for a Super and a Treasure Hunt in this case, although we do have the Pagani Zonda Cinque, the tuned out variation, followed by one of my favorites, the Bugatti Bolide, and check out the Porsche 911 Turbo Cabriolet in white. Wow, that's an epic 3-car pull right there. Really liking those ones. Very, very nice. What else do we have? We have the Hightail Chaser, followed by the 70 Chevette, followed by the Desert Drifter right there. There is those 3. And we've got La Libre, which is a Hot Wheels Legends Tour winning car, new for 2026 one right there. Interesting looking car, followed by the Quick Chat, liking that one, and a 67 Camaro in the nice gold colorway right there. What else do we have? We have the Ferrari F40 Competizione. Look at that beauty. That is the mainline to the Super Treasure Hunt for the case, so possibly still a chance for a Super, but that's the mainline variation for it. We've got the Volvo Drift Wagon and another Target Red Edition 2020 Jeep Gladiator right there. And we've got the Mercedes-Benz Unimog 1300L, followed by the Maserati Chamel again, and another one of the Ford Mustang Mach-E 1400. Lots of Target Red Edition cars in this case. I'm really liking it. Ooh, check that out.
we've got the McLaren Formula One team. Very, very nice. I like that one right there. I love all the new F1 cars. Followed by the 69 Chevelle and the Pagani Zonda Cinque tuned out variation again. Very nice. And we have Austin Mini Cooper S. Very nice. We've got the Drift Box and the Raging Express. Those are another 2 new for 2026 cars right there, back to back. And our last row right here, decidedly go the 8-ball Hot Wheels car, followed by the Dark Knight Batmobile and another one of the La Libre Legends Tour winning cars. And our last 3 cars, I see a Ferrari in this one. Very nice. We've got the Nissan 240Z, followed by the Ferrari 365 GTB4 Competizione. And our very last car is the 2017 Audi RS6 Avant. Quick recap on the case. We did, in fact, get the treasure hunt for the case, which is the Electro silhouette right there. You can see the treasure hunt logo right there on the side. And then if you look behind the car, you can just see the treasure hunt logo on the back right there that says that you found a treasure hunt. So that's pretty cool that we got that. We also did get 3 new Ferraris right here. The F40 Competizione in black. That's the mainline to the Super treasure hunt for the case. So we didn't get the Super on the case. We got the Ferrari SF90 Stradale in blue, and we got the new color variation of the Ferrari 365 GTB Competizione. And how about those Target Red Editions? We got 2 of the Target Red Edition 2020 Jeep Gladiators. Very, very nice. There's another close-up look at those ones right there. And then we did get 4 of the Maserati Chamels right here in white. There is our 4 Maserati Chamels. I love that white on white. I think it looks really, really cool. And we also did get 4 of the Mustang Mach-E's right here. We got the Ford Mustang Mach-E 1400s right there. We got 4 of those. So pretty cool case all around. I'm liking these Target Red Editions. If you want to see more Target Red Edition unboxings, comment down below, let me know, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye-bye. What's up, Peaktimers? Today we're unboxing the 2026 Hot Wheels U case. Nah, just kidding. It's not the actual U case, even though it specifies that as a U, but this is the Dollar General exclusive case. So it has 72 cars, including 4 exclusive models, plus a chance for a super treasure hunt and a regular treasure hunt. So let's go ahead and unbox it. All right, we'll start right at the top right here. We'll grab our first 3 cars down. We've got the Hato Roto right there, followed by the 67 Camaro and a 70 Chevelle SS wagon. Those are all standard ones. And let's go ahead and grab our top right here. We've got, this one is really nice, the 2019 Audi R8 Spider, followed by the VW Buzz Bomb, VW ID Buzz Bomb. That's a new model for 2026, not new for this case though. We got the Coupe Clip as well, the cool keychain style car right there. Very nice. All right. Next, we have the Supercharged NHRA Edition, followed by the 68 Dodge Dart and a 64 Dodge 330. A couple of old Dodge muscle cars right there. And what else do we have up top right here? Check out this. This is the Toyota Prius Custom. And I don't think that this might be the Dollar General exclusive. I'll have to check it out, but that so far, Toyota Prius Custom, that's one that I have not seen in this color variation. So we'll keep that aside for a second. El Segundo Coupe and the Voltage Spike are the next ones right there. All right, let's quickly go back here. These 2 that I pulled out, the 67 Camaro and the Toyota Prius Custom, these are Dollar General or Dollar Tree exclusive colored cars. So there is 2 of them that we have so far in this case right here. We'll pull out some more. Hopefully we'll grab our next ones right here. We've got the Twin Dorado right there and the Lotus Cortina. And this one is also a Dollar General or Dollar Tree exclusive as well. So there we go. We got another one as well. Custom 66 Toronado right there. There's a nice one. And what else do we have? We've got the Birthday Burner, followed by the Cruise Bruiser and a Acceleron in a new colorway. And what else do we have? The Hyco Type D, followed by the Renault Espace F1. I like this casting. I think it's kind of cool. It's got a cool history to it. And we have the Pedal Driver right there. And next up, we've got
El Segundo Coupe, followed by the 2016 Cadillac ATS VR, and another one of those Dollar Tree, Dollar General exclusive 67 Camaro. And let's get a closer look at that. It is a beautiful color on this one. I love the wheels. I think it suits it very, very nicely. It's all around a nice looking colorway of the 67 Camaro, popular casting. And we'll grab the next ones right here. Check that out. The 1985 Honda CRX in yellow. I like that colorway right there. And we have the 64 Impala. That is the mainline to what would be a Super Treasure Hunt. So that's just a mainline variation. And we have the Supercharged right there. Next up, we've got the Coupe Clip again. Another one of the Dollar Tree, Dollar General Lotus Cortinas right there. And the Corvette C7 Z06. And up next, we've got Time Shifter right there, followed by the Toyota Prius Custom, the Dollar Tree, Dollar General exclusive. I have to check because I feel like there's something missing on this one right here. I have to check the other one that I have. Do we have? Yeah, check it out. We got the 2 variations of it. Hado Rodo is our next one. We'll put that aside, but check it out. There's 2 variations. It's either an Air or a variation. We'll have to check if we get a third one in here, but you can see the top piece on that one right there. The roof box is no roof box on this one. So I'm not sure if it's an Air or if it's just a variation of it. So we'll put those aside for a second. We'll have a look more once we get down here. Let's grab those ones right there. We've got the long block with the moon eyes on it. We've got a Cruise Bruiser, and we've got the Simpsons family car. This one's coming as a premium pretty soon, so watch out for that one as a premium with real riders. We'll see that one coming up. If you're enjoying this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to hit 1 million subscribers, and I'd love for you to be part of it. Let's see what else we got up here. We've got Rapid Pulse, we've got the Heiko Type D, and another one of the exclusive Lotus Cortinas right there, so very nice. Now we'll go ahead and grab from the top again. We've got the 87 Ford Sierra Cosworth. That is a mainline to what would be a Super Treasure Hunt. And check it out, it's a Toyota Prius Custom, but not the Dollar Tree, Dollar General exclusive. It's just the standard one, and this one has the roof box on the top of it. So yeah, we'll put that one aside too for a second. And then we've got also the Mazda RX-3, the tuned out variation of that one right there. And what else do we have up top? We've got the 85 Honda City Turbo 2 and the Toyota Prius Custom again. This time it does have the roof box on there. So again, I'm wondering if I got an Air variation of it, but we'll put that one aside. Ferrari, of course, one of my favorites. I love Ferraris. There is the Ferrari 12 Cylindry right there, looking nice. Always good to have extra Ferraris, unless it's the Ferrari Luce. I mean, Eggshell Racer. We've got the Cone Shaker, and we've got another Ferrari, the 12 Cylindry. All right, we'll put those Ferraris aside, and we'll grab our next one. We've got, there's the exclusive again, the 67 Camaro, so another one of those. We've got the 87 Mazda Savana RX-7 FC3S and the 2017 Pagani Huayra Roadster. All right, going back up top right here, we've got the Maserati Tipo 61. We've got a custom 2020 Honda E and the Polestar TRX right there. And next, we've got another one of those custom 2020 Honda E's, the Porsche Carrera. I love this casting, and I think this is a really cool colorway of it. Another one of the exclusive 67 Camaros right there. Good to have more of those. We've got the Black Bat Boat right there. This was a kind of a hard one to find last year when it originally came out. Now we've got it in the black variation. I feel like the black one's going to be collectible as well. Nissan Skyline 2000 GTR. That's a nice color variation of that. And another one of the exclusive Lotus Cortinas right there. All right. And we've got Passin Gasser, followed by the Eggshell Racer, and a Visa Cash App Racing Formula One team right there. That is nice to have extras of those. I love that casting. And what else do we have? The Lamborghini Huracan Coupe. I love this car. I think it's great, and I love it in that matte black variation. Mazda RX-3, and check it out. Now we got a variation without the roof box again. Okay. We'll talk about this more in a second. We'll put that aside. We'll grab these ones. There's the 2023 Nissan Z, followed by the Feline Lucky in gold, and the Maserati Tipo 61. Again, another one of those. That's a cool looking casting. And our bottom three cars that we have right here, we've got the Erkenstein Rod, followed by Key Swap, and the Custom 66 Tornado. And there is our three exclusive cars to the case: the Toyota Prius Custom, the Lotus Cortina, and the 67 Camaro. Obviously not exclusive castings, they're just exclusive colors to the Dollar General Dollar Tree cases. But we also did get the variation car right here. So you can see the Toyota Prius Custom, the one with the roof box, and the one without the roof box. So that is cool. We did get two of each of these, so I'm thinking it's not a error, that's just a variation for that casting. But I love the color of it anyways, and yeah, it's a Toyota Prius, which I always make fun of, and they're nothing special, but yeah, it looks good in a custom variation. But there you go, there's your exclusive cars to this case. Thank you for watching this video. Please hit that subscribe button and check out this video right here. YouTube thinks you're gonna like it.